So good afternoon class, we are back to where we left. So let us implement the run away from predator and fly behavior as well. Then we will have a fully functional bat class. Now we are doing import class bat bird. We are making a lot of changes here, just modifications, just continuing to what we have been doing. Do not worry, I'm going to give you all the codes. So what did you learn out of it? What I want to emphasize in this lecture is, what did you learn? Identify your properties and behavior, initialize your properties in constructor with this particular code whereby we write def underscore initialization underscore init. The small form for initialization is in it. You can always update later. For every behavior, implement a function only one by one. Create an object using class constructor. Call a behavior using dot notation and behavior function name. Using above, let us create motorcycle class. Properties are these: bike color, sound, fuel level, meters, kilograms, speed, so on and so forth. Actions: it can travel at a constant speed, accelerate, decelerate, switch. As I told you earlier, we will give different properties to it. It can start, stop, tell the current speed, fill petrol, current petrol level, donate some petrol to a friend, so on and so forth. So initialize your properties in the constructor class def underscore init underscore. You can always update later. For every behavior, implement a function only one by one. You must have noticed in the constructor class that initially the current fuel level is 0. So we need to fill the fuel first. However, we need to take care that the fuel can't be more than the tank capacity, which is the maximum fuel level. We will also implement the behavior which tells about the current petrol level and the ability to donate petrol to a friend. So this is all going to be done similarly like the way we did it for the bat bird and the man. We are going to do it for the motorcycle as well. Looks a little overwhelming, but it is not. So what we are going to do is, let us test if the fuel can be filled correctly. So we have created the bike. Now, so the tank capacity is 45 liters and current tank is empty. Let us fill 50 liters. You have extra fuel. I have filled to the capacity, but I have to return 5 liters back to the station. Then when we see the default, currently I have 45 liters of petrol. Let us give 45 liter to a friend. So when I donate, amount to donate is 45. Glad I could be of your help. I am giving 45 liters of petrol. Currently I have 0 liters of petrol. Now let us fill by 40 liters and then again by 10. So what I am doing is different permutation and combination to arrive at a conclusion. Now once we have petrol, we should know how to start the motorcycle. We have assumed that this is a super bike and it can go from 0 km/h to whatever speed instantly, because of course it belongs to Batman. It has to be a powerful bike. Let us start the bike and make the current speed accordingly. We will also implement the behavior to show the current speed. We will also implement stopping the bike, which will bring the current speed to 0. So I am making so many changes here. I mean, not exactly changes, just minor changes which you can do it very easily. Everything is going to be provided to you. Implement it. Now let us try to go back and start the bike. By A, starting an empty tank bike, giving speed more than the maximum speed. Now please remember, programming cannot be taught by just talking. Right, you have to execute these programs all by yourself. You have to write the codes all by yourself. Of course, I'm going to help you. I'm going to provide you with the codes, but execution and practice will only happen with you. So here in a new bike is created. I have created another bike, which is bike 1 underscore 1. Currently I have 0 liter petrol. I'm filling it with 90. We don't have petrol, we can't start. We have extra fuel. This is the speed, petrol 80. I have filled the capacity. I have to return 35, so I'm going to return the petrol. So permutation combination, then show the speed, default is 160 kilometer per hour. I have traveled enough, let us take a break, and so on and so forth. You can just play around. I mean, you can use your own ways of writing this. Now let us implement the accelerate and decelerate properties. All we have to do is increase and decrease the current speed by a specific value. So all we are doing is looking at this bit, and this bit, right? That is, so this bit and this bit, again it changed its form, and this bit, right? So it's not going to be that difficult. It looks difficult, but it is not. Trust me, all my students have done it, and it's very simple. All you have to do is read line by line and find out where all we have made the changes. It's the same code, we're just repeating and practicing. So as before, we will create a bike, fill the tank, right? We will try to accelerate the bike without starting B, decelerate the bike without starting, and then properly accelerate and decelerate after starting. We all know, right, what is acceleration and deceleration? Speed. So this is how first we will create a motorcycle class object, bike underscore 1, fill petrol. We know the capacity is only 45 liters. So similarly, again, the way we were doing it in the previous sessions, we are doing it again. Now after this, we are going to implement the travel behavior. So we stop here and we start in the next class for the travel behavior.